Welcome to Most Loved Wrestling, a place where wrestling is most loved. Sorry for the late delivery on this video. I was busy, something I'm sure you can all relate to. However, the July 16th episode of NXT has concluded and I'm ready to start dubbing some MVPs. But before I do so, I ask that you like this video, subscribe to my bullshit and hit the notification bell. It helps with the algorithm. If you like what I'm doing and believe that the world deserves to bear witness, then this is how you can make it happen. This is a wrestling show, so let's talk wrestling. The Rascals defeat Gallus. Yvonne Evans shows Brooks Jensen just how bouncy he can get. Ethan Page retains his NXT championship against Dante Chen. Tatum Paxley defeats Izzy Dame. Lola Vice knocks out JC Jane. The OC are victorious over the OTM. And Obafemi heard the words "and still" after putting down Duke Hudson. Other developments, people keep saying his name and he keeps appearing. Oro Mensah is still trying to whoop Ethan Page. It doesn't matter if it's in Ava's office. He even visually pinned the man 1-2-3 after Ethan Page defended his NXT championship against his handpicked opponent, Dante Chen. Roxanne Perez underestimates Tia Hell and almost gets her arm ripped off. Ashante D. Adonis tried to run his Riz game on Jakara Jackson, but main man Oro's not having a bar of it. Between getting picked on by JC, jumped by Fallon, and saved by Ruka and Petrovic, it's safe to say that Lola Vice is officially a babyface. Brooks Jensen is still out of control, and he wants a no DQ match against Josh Briggs next week. Charlie Dempsey seeks advice from the Don on how he would deal with a witness. He later finds out that that witness, she now wants in on the group. And Lexus King runs up on Eddie Thorpe during his set. My thoughts on the show: I don't personally feel like anything special happened on this show, but it was still entertaining. WWE need to find a way to poach Joe Hendry from TNA and push that man to the moon. I feel like NXT is just better when he's on it. Kalani Jordan better watch out and stop being naive. Tatum Paxley and Wendy Chu are fucking nuts. And what's actually going on there? Are they going to be some kind of tag team? Speaking of tag team, it's been a long time since those tag team titles have come down to NXT. And on the topic of Tatum Paxley, I didn't realize just how good she was in the ring up until very recently. The NXT women's division is about to get lit once Stephanie Vacker and Julia make their debuts. The division's been name dropping them in anticipation for their arrival, and I like that because it's even coming from champions. It's giving the feeling of things are going to change around here real soon. Ren Sinclair has never really had any direction in NXT. The NQCC are one of the most underrated acts in the WWE in my personal opinion. I already can see the chemistry. I could have never predicted for you, nor could I imagine that last week her being the witness was going to turn into this. I think Shawn Michaels may have just created something special. Now for the MVPs. In 5th place, I'm going with Charlie Dempsey. The Don was some funny shit. And the segment with Ren was a good twist. I'm looking forward to see where this goes. In 4th place goes Joe Hendry. NXT is just better with him around. He never fails to entertain. He's goofy and credible all at once. Him on commentary with Booker T was brilliant, and I think he's got something there with the Gallus boys. In 3rd place, stepping on the podium, the NXT champion Ethan Page. Him being shook of Oro Mensah in the office was comical, and he really thought he was doing something by choosing Dante Chen as his opponent. Then he goes out there and Chen was mashing works anyway, and then him getting visually pinned. He doesn't care so much about being booked strong. He cares more about stories and angle development. That's a man of the business. In 2nd place, I'm going with Brooks Jensen. He's out of control. He's probably making the most noise in NXT right now. He's like a rebelling teenager, and Josh Briggs is like the absent father that's now decided that he wants to be present. Brooks is unpredictable right now, and in wrestling, unpredictable is good. And number 1, the MVP for this week's NXT, main man on site, Oro Mensah. I'm glad that he's getting his time. I think since Londar's been on the shelf, he's stepped up and proven that he can do this, that he can be reliable. And that's the good thing about NXT. You can trash it without consequence. If we was on the main roster, we'd have never found out what Oro Mensah could do. Let's be honest. He told off Ethan Page like an African dad, and then he visually pinned him. The current Aljamain Sterling of NXT. The current NXT champion. Congratulations to main man Oro on this week's MVP. Thank you for listening to my bullshit. Don't forget to leave a like. Remember to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.